Greetings fellow Decepticons, Soundblaster1987 here, continuing my Christmas 2020 haul with Energon Leader Class Optimus Prime and his trailer. This video is going to be split into two parts because there's a lot to cover here, so I'll put the trailer off to one side in a moment and focus on the robot. But first, as TJ Omega said in his Plastic Addict video about this figure, the trailer is not aerodynamic in the least. I mean, if I get Cybertron Ransack here from my previous video, if Prime was stuck in gridlock and Ransack popped a wheelie behind him, he'd ramp off into space. But back to Optimus. If I put the trailer off to one side, unhitching it from the back here, as you can see, Optimus Prime is a six-wheeled, flat-nosed, cab-over-engine semi-truck, as usual, except of course Prime doesn't normally have his arms hanging out the back. There are a couple of Minicon pegs around for anyone who's got the Energon Saber Minicon team to give them a place to go when not being used in sword mode. And also, speaking of weapon storage, Prime's gun is at the back here. I got this guy loose off eBay, so I don't have a missile. So, to transform, first before transformation, a quick size comparison. Here he is with Reveal the Shield Special Ops Jazz. And Cybertron Crumple Zone, or Galaxy Force Land Bullet from my previous review. As you can see, Prime is shorter in length but taller in height. So, to transform, first, bring out the arms that were dangled across the back. Slide these white tabs to expose the fists. Long nails are recommended if these are going to be too stiff. Pull the fists out, like so. Next, come to the underside and pull down the legs. As you can see, the fuel tanks act as upper leg details. Accordion the rear wheel assembly in on itself to become a flat backpack, relatively out of the way. Flip down the toes and heel spurs on the feet. Make sure the arms are straight, fold the arms down and bring the head up. That noise you just heard was a secret button under his left armpit. I'll come back to that in super mode in part 2 of the video. Now, in addition to that gimmick that fired off prematurely, Optimus Prime has a soundboard on his back with 4 buttons on it. These buttons, well, 4 switches and a button. These are to command the Prime Force drones, so switch position 1 is for fire 1, the fire engine. The button is here, by the way. Switch position 2 is for copter 2, the helicopter. Sounds more like a machine gun than helicopter, but anyway. Switch 3 is for digger 3, the drill. And switch 4 is for submarine 4. My personal favourite of the sounds this figure makes. So, articulation. 360 degrees swivel up the neck, hindered by the hinge for the super mode helmet. Universal ratcheted shoulders with outward movement. Very shallow ratcheted elbow bend because of the super mode arm configuration requirements. Nothing at the waist due to transformation, but universal ratcheted hips. The front wheels can also move outwards to accommodate these wide-legged poses. about 90 degrees knee bend at this point here, and also the toes and heel spurs can move up and down where necessary to clamp onto surfaces. The robot mode size comparison, here is Transformers animated Rodimus Minor in his archery pose. Just get Rodimus reconfigured here. Prime can hold his gun in either hand. And again, I unfortunately don't have the missile, but it can fire from a switch at the back if you do have the missile. This port on the left shoulder is for Energon chips or Energon stars, which come with the basic class figures in the Energon line. Skyblast, Strong Arm, Signal Flare, and the Terracon drones. You'll have to wait for a future review to see that, because I don't have any of these right now. But that concludes the robot mode. I've been Sandblaster1987. Tune in next time for part 2, where I look at the trailer for Prime Force drones and Optimus's super mode configurations. Till then, till all are one.